Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, and this is a special presentation of Meeting Expectations. This is the Old Growler with the Sommelier. We're guests today from Fred Dex. Fred, Master Sommelier, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Fred Dex, Master Sommelier, beer lover. Thank you, Old Growler, for visiting my humble abode here in Brooklyn. Please forgive the sirens. We live with this every day. I'm excited to see you've brought some really cool beers back from New Hampshire, Live Free or Die. And this one, I think, is going to be very, very interesting. So I look forward to checking this guy out.
Let's see what we have. Okay, this is from the Portsmouth Brewery in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And there's quite a few of the Portsmouth beers that we've tasted. I'll run a few up. There's the tag up there, just click on it, and you can see the visits that we've had there and some of the beers. But this one, let's see what we've got.
Well, don't confuse the Blue Mountains with the Green Mountains.
Green Mountains, that would do it, or the White Mountains. Okay, from the Granite State, we have a ginger pepper pale ale with ginger and Pequin peppers. This is 4.8% alcohol by volume. So it is essentially almost a session beer, but I'll tell you,
with spice.
a ginger beer, I know ginger beers, of course, but with these Pequin peppers, I'm gonna have to look up what a Pequin pepper is and make sure it's in the description box below. All right, Fred,
check it out.
Crack this open and see what we've got.
Let's do it.
For those of you who are just dropping in, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. For those of you who are with us all the time, welcome back, and whoa, we've got a good one for you. Now, I don't know what the ideal temperature for this beer would be, but we're going to find out what it is right now so that we at least have an idea. Okay, it's about 59 degrees, so it's a little bit warm, but let's see what it has. Nose, there's very little head on this.
Very little head. That's
Carbonation.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
It's a, oh geez, I would say a golden color.
Yeah.
Light gold, maybe a burnished bronze.
Yeah. It's looking at its little orange, bronzy.
Yeah.
But the head's surprising that it
dropped right out.
It dropped right off. Yeah.
Oh, that's got a weird nose.
Well, you definitely get the ginger.
Yeah.
It's you definitely get citrus, lime and ginger. You get a little bit of that if you cook like with Szechuan pepper, and you sort of crack them up.
Yeah.
Your cracked pepper. Yep. There's a little bit of that going on, and then there's some like peel, like orange peel.
Orange peel there.
Yeah. Grapefruit, orange peel.
Right.
More on the orange side.
Well, let's take the first swig.
Very mild.
Yeah, it sneaks up on you.
I like your session beer call.
Yeah.
This is sessionable up front.
Yeah.
And then in the back, right as you're about to swallow it hits you right in the throat.
Yep.
Which is, I would expect that, by the way, from ginger.
Yeah.
My first experience with a beer brewed with ginger was Hitachino. And that was, 15 years ago, before, breweries really started like going crazy with all sorts of stuff. So I was expecting that hit of ginger. I also make a lot of cocktails with ginger beer. So Moscow Mules and Dark and Stormies and iterations of that. And so the expectation is sort of there on this, but it is a very sort of, I want a little more pop, and I think it's partly because this carbonation is so soft.
Yeah. And I'm surprised at that because usually CO2, carbonic acid, is an acid, so it would sharpen up it would kind of hone any sharpness that is already there.
Yeah.
And it's, it slides rather than punches.
Yeah. Yeah, I would expect a more sort of punch up in the mid palate. I just think it's to do with the carbonation. Otherwise, I think I like the spice of it. I like the kick. For those of you who like that sort of like that little bit of kick in the backside. I like that it's not too upfront because sometimes with like certain spices, certain chilies and peppercorns and things like this, it can hit you right up front, and there's no forgiveness.
No.
Where this is on the backside, so there's a little bit of reprieve in the front, and I like the flavor. I just wish that there was more carbonation.
Yep.
Because I think with more carbonation, this becomes a more complete beer.
I'm imagining to try and figure out some food to go with this. I would say cheese, some kind of a very mild, kind of almost like a brie or a camembert to go with this.
Yeah, I think you could do that, but this to me is I would drink this with Thai food.
Oh, sure.
But not too spicy.
Right.
Not too spicy. Something like pad Thai where there's
Right.
a little sweetness from tamarind. Maybe something like a simple lo mein or beef chow fun. Spring, like just also like if this had a little more carbonation, crunch of spring rolls in like a sort of sweet dipping, like a sweet and sour dipping sauce.
So where this would accentuate the peppers that were already there.
Yeah, you don't want something too spicy. You want a juxtaposition of sweet and spice.
Excellent.
Yeah, but the carbonation, the only issue I have with this beer
is the carbonation.
Yeah, and when we talked about this beer, we were like, what is this? We don't know what to expect. So
it was interesting, but as it says, ginger and Pequin pepper, I was expecting it, but again, I don't quite know what a Pequin pepper is, but the pepper itself,
Yeah.
that nice heat, certainly hit the nail on the head. So I would say that ginger pepper beer from the Portsmouth Brewing Company meets expectations.
I would say meets expectations, but I hope on the next brew, more carbonation.
I'm the old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.